I'm CJ the Smart Guy with you, and today I have a great guest. He's an author. Been a pioneer in this crypto space, as well as he's also a public speaker. He came to our Richmond meetup with me and Najah. He also came to DC. He came to Toledo, which I was unable to come to, and he also came down to Miami. So, Fred Brandon, appreciate you having on, man. How you been?
Been well, CJ. How's it going?
Man, it's going good. So first, how have you been? What's been going on with you?
Been well, man. It's just having so much fun during these times. It's been very interesting, right? So, but this is a new year. Got a lot of things going. Got some new businesses going on, and I'm looking forward to everything 22 has to offer.
Yeah, for sure. Um, how was tour? So you came to Richmond. How do you think the environment went going out there?
Oh man, it was exciting. That was my first one on the tour.
Mhm.
So went down there and it's just like, hey, look, it was just so amazing. Everything that was going on, the things that were being said. Najah, had the crowd on lock. Everyone was engaged. People were really interested in getting that information into the area. So it was a great opportunity. We got to meet a lot of people while we were there. It was awesome. Even Kim,
Yeah,
Kim Booker was down there too. So all of those type of things. It was such a great opportunity, just kind of to reach the people, meet the people, and then to say, hey, look, we want to bring this education to your city.
yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I got to meet a whole bunch of people out in Richmond. I know you were there. BK Fulton was there. Gary Flowers was there. It was a pretty nice little squad.
Right,
Um, and so okay, so you showed up in Richmond, and then I remember you spoke a little bit.
right.
What I know you have a book out. What's that about?
So my book is called Adopting Blockchain and Cryptocurrency, Embracing the Digital Future. And what I like to say is I made a technical book for non-technical people. So I really want people to be able to understand this space. Why is blockchain important? Why is crypto important? What are the things that have pretty much kept us locked out of certain financial institutions before, and how can crypto help us? So, being able to understand this space, why we really need to start looking into it, whether it is just the financial side or understanding how it pertains to getting into the enterprise, because these companies are starting to get into blockchain as well. And like I said, I'm pretty much trying to make it for everyone to be able to take something away from. So it's very interesting. It's you can find it on Amazon and pretty much everywhere books are sold.
Okay, cool. And I also know that you got like a foundation going on. What's this foundation about?
All right. So yeah, man, a lot's been going on. So I started a nonprofit. It's called the Fred Brandon Flames Foundation.
Mhm.
It is all based around helping the community, Black and Brown communities, learn more about the tech industry as well as financial literacy. So Flames is going to be, the next iteration of STEAM. So instead of science, tech, all of that, is
Engineering, math. I
financial.
got you. I got you.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
it's financial literacy, arts, math, engineering, and science. So it's the next phase of everything that we really need to do. Being able to get our community understanding how these tech jobs and everything is going to start changing, and we need to start, be able to get into these fields, whether it is cybersecurity or learning more about big data or learning things about AI. These are the jobs that's going to be out there. And if you look at any job board right now, like the first two pages is engineer, right?
Mhm.
So it's going to be, you got to be some type of engineer, whether it's a blockchain engineer, smart contracts, any of those type of things. There's so many different jobs based around Web3, and if we are not careful, our communities are going to be uh, out of jobs. So I really wanted to make this foundation pretty much help us all learn that we have the opportunity to upskill in these areas, And then the financial literacy piece just adds on top of it. Because there are a lot of people who have been in the tech industry, and everyone wants that 6-figure job, right? But the problem is, you got 6 figures, you're making 6 figures, but you don't know what to do with it, right? You're not necessarily thinking about generational wealth. You're not thinking about investing. You're not thinking about a lot of these different things. And as we start going into, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and NFTs and all these different things that can be a way to, secure wealth, we want to make sure, like, those teenagers that's making $12 million on NFTs aren't broke by the time they're 13.
Yeah, sure.
So those type of things is what the foundation is really about.
Yeah, those are the people I'm always mad. I got some kids under 25 making 7 figures in this NFT space.
Right.
I've never paid taxes and want to swear to me up and down, they can't track it, they can't trace it, I don't have to pay no taxes. I'm like, oh man, like,
hey, that's the first rule. That's the first rule. You see that $1 million paycheck, you say, oh, all right, let me just go ahead and tell myself it's only 640. Because everything else is about to get taken by taxes. So those are the things that we really need, people like you, especially in the space, to be able to talk to the young people, the old people, everyone that's kind of getting into this space and don't understand how taxes play a big part of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the things that the foundation is doing.
Yeah, for sure, Matt. So how long have you been in Bitcoin? Because when I met you, I thought you were like 25.
Hey man, I am.
It's dude younger than me. I don't understand how he looks younger than me. I don't understand this one.
Hey man, hey, ain't no just for men in there either, man. I'm good. Ain't no dying. But yeah, man. So I got in about 17.
Okay.
So been in since about 17. But the thing about it is, I've been in the tech space for a very long time. Didn't really understand what was going on, but I've been in cybersecurity for like 11 years, I guess. Yeah, 11 years. 11 years, right?
You're not 25, are you?
I know, right? Hey, I started young, bro. But yeah, so 11 years, understanding, the cybersecurity space, understanding all of that. But so when I got into, Bitcoin and understanding that, I think it's just like everyone else. We're starting to get into Bitcoin because, we can invest, we can make money. But the thing about it is, I started looking at what it was actually right on top of, understanding blockchain technology. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I know all this stuff. Yeah. It made sense. So it changed the trajectory of what I was really doing, because I was doing a lot of stuff in the Microsoft space and things of that sort, working a lot with cloud technology. And it kind of, it really opened my eyes to see where things are going. So I started to make a transition into blockchain and crypto technology. Hence why I wanted to write the book, to make sure that people understood why it was a good idea to understand this space and where things are headed.
Yeah, I remember. So I got in 2017 also. And so, at first, just like you, I was in there to make the money. Right. But when I started seeing the moves that were being made, that was more what I was looking. I was looking at how like a lot of these banks were filing for patents. They were filing for blockchain patents. I know Bank of America had a whole bunch of them. And I was like, like, it's not just the crypto aspect, it's the tech behind it. Right. And that's what really got me really studying. And then that 2018, that hurt my feelings, because man, right. You want to talk about feeling like I was doing well, and then just every day, just, let me put 200 in, 150, another 200, 150. I'm like, every day it seems to be happening. Right. But I stayed in it because of the technology, because as an accountant, I knew that if every single transaction is traced on the blockchain, what is a CPA predominantly going to be used for?
Right.
And so I see this technology as replacing a lot of CPAs, not all, but a lot, as well as replacing a lot of lawyers, the ones who create contracts.
Right.
And I was like, oh no, let me be ahead of the game, so that when all the accountants start getting wiped out, I'm at the forefront, and I'm like, well, I'm
Right.
sorry, like I didn't create the technology, but you know,
Right.
just
Yeah.
like the internet. The internet wiped out a lot of accountants who just use everything with pen and paper.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that's what we really need to start thinking about. As I mentioned, we have to start thinking about where things are headed, right? Have some type of foresight to say, hey, look, I understand where we are right now, but what is the future looking like? Where are the jobs? Where will the jobs be? What will it be? Will I still have a job? I have a friend of mine from my hometown in Cleveland, and he had a coworker whose job got replaced by a dog, right?
A dog?
Yeah. So you know how they got those Boston Dynamics headless robot dogs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
robot
those
dog.
dogs are, going around checking gauges and doing a lot of stuff that person used to do. I'm like,
Wow.
wow. He's like, yeah, dude got replaced by a dog. So I'm like, this is kind of what prompted me to start saying, hey, look, we have to put something in place where we are starting to reach out to our communities, reach out to people who don't understand where things are headed.
Mhm.
Understanding, some of the things that you're used to is going to get replaced. Whether it is, something like call centers or something like that. It's like, okay, yeah, there's always going to be some type of human interaction, somewhat, but at the same time, you have AI chatbots that you don't even know who you're talking to. Sometimes you think you're talking to a human, you think
Mm.
gone are the days of just push one for this or that. No, you're having a full conversation, and the chat bot is actually doing all the work. So
Yeah.
these are the things that we really need to start thinking about. It's like, is the job I'm doing today going to be here in 5 years? So I know it's a lot for us to think about sometimes, but I mean that's what we really have to do. We have to have some type of foresight and moving forward.
Yeah. I seen that movie, or not movie, it was like a TV show called Black Mirror.
Mm,
And I remember I was studying all these different technologies and everything going on. And I was like, man, this show is too accurate in terms of like where things are going. You
right.
know, even with the stuff that's, the mental stuff. Like to me, that sounds like Elon Musk's Neuralink.
Yeah.
And then they got that episode where they're like exercising so that they can make some money, and they have to view ads. And I was like, if they don't view the ad, they don't get paid. So they couldn't
Right.
skip certain ads.
Right.
And I was like, this is similar to the Brave browser, but
Yeah.
way maybe 30, 40 years ahead.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I definitely think we should definitely be looking at things forward, because if they're getting replaced by dogs, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they've had it out in Vegas for about 5 years as well. So
Mm.
in Vegas, they have the robotic bartenders at Planet Hollywood. So yeah, bro, they had like iPads. You put in your order on the iPad type of thing, and the robots make the drinks for you. So understand that some of the jobs you thought, hey, I can't be replaced. Yeah, I think the last thing I saw was one in Japan, and the robot makes at least 160 drinks. So,
Wow.
understand that some of the jobs that we thought can never get replaced will be replaced by technology. So it's up to us to kind of like get ahead of that curve and figure out the skills that we want to do or that we need to do to understand where things are going, so that our future could be secured.
Yeah. Look, I'm not tipping no robot.
Hey, I get that. Hey, look, man, he might have jokes, bro.
Man, man, he might. Man, I could just think about it. It's like, tip me more, better jokes, $5, and have everybody laughing. Man.
Right. Yeah. So just understand that this is something that we really need to be paying attention to. And it's not just the things that we used to see in movies, or whether it was Demolition Man or Minority Report, or any of those type of things that was, it's futuristic, is way off.
Yeah.
Future is now, bro.
The
The
future's
future is now.
now. Elon Musk has cars that drive themselves, and he
Right.
has them in Neuralink. And I know in Sweden, with the COVID-19 vaccine, they actually have a chip that checks to see if they got COVID, and then you can buy and sell things just with the chip in the hand. That's in Sweden. I was like,
Yeah. Y'all can keep.
yeah, y'all can keep that, but in the show that was like, it was a news channel. They were like, yeah, it's not going to be forced, but look at the great technology and we can all just sign up. I was like, man, I'm not trying to be a robot. Like,
Right.
I'm a human.
Right. Yeah. There's so many different elements to this that people really need to start paying attention to. And if, like I said, if we're not really paying attention to where things are headed,
Mm-hmm.
you can get easily caught up in this change, and this change that's going to happen within society. You're starting to see things. I was talking about Web3 earlier. You see a lot of gravitation to the metaverse. You
Mm-hmm.
see, things of that sort where you have so many people who are, they have issues with 2D, right? Just scrolling up and down
What's 2D?
like Facebook, Instagram, where
Okay.
it's just kind of like everything is flat, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Now you
2D. Gotcha.
2D, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of everything is flat. So you kind of people have issues with just like regular things. Now you have to worry about being engulfed in a 3D environment,
Yeah.
and all the things that you're subjecting to yourself, not just the visual and audio anymore. Now it's you're actually feeling inside inside the environment. It's like you're over another like neural pathways of being in a total different reality. I know I'm going off, but it's those type of things we have to start thinking about. But when we start thinking about the possibly good aspects of them, selling in the metaverse or having environments where we are using it as educational purposes. There's a lot of different things that we can use this place for, but we also have to understand all of the other side effects of it that we may not really be thinking about yet. We're just
Mm-hmm.
kind of thinking about, hey, this is cool tech, let's jump in. So just we really need to be careful and really do our homework and understand where things are going and make sure that we protect ourselves in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, for sure. I know on the tax side, and I mean they're not the first state, but well, they are the first state. Arizona has created a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender.
Mm,
Now that I don't think that can happen on a state level. I'm sure that's a federal thing. Um, but just seeing small things like that happen
right.
is it's
Yeah.
here. Like you said, it's no longer, oh, in the future. Nah, I said that in 2017. It's the future, but we're in 2022 now. So
Right.
this is the future.
Right. Right. I mean, just think all the things that we saw in those movies, Back to the Future and things of that sort. Some of those that was like 7 years ago. It took place in like 2015, right? Or it was supposed to, where they had to like the 3D, billboards and all type of stuff is here.
Yeah.
It's coming around now, but it's here. So we have to start thinking for the future as well. And some of the things that we're doing, the way we make moves, whether it is about our finances, how we start to interact. We understand that the dollar is constantly depreciating. You go to the grocery stores are it's just sick for me because I
Yeah.
eat so much. So it's like you go there and like, man, I remember when this
Yeah.
didn't cost as much, and that was like 2 weeks ago. And I'm still upset. But it's those type of things. It's like, so the way we have to start moving, have to start thinking about where things are headed. We have to move differently, and that definitely comes with understanding Bitcoin, understanding the space, and then also making sure that our jobs are future proof as well.
Yeah. I know inflation, they came out and said it was at 7%, but I was like, man, I went to Dollar Tree. I went from $1 to $1.25. That's 25%
Yeah,
inflation.
exactly. Yeah. Hey, I was thinking the same thing, bro. I
Yeah.
looked at the same thing, and now in this area in the DMV, now they're starting to charge for bags again. So it's like
Mm.
you whatever you do, bring your own bag, or you got to carry out all that stuff in your hand like you're a football
That's
player.
that California rules. Every time I go to California, first off, you go to Arco gas station, you got to pay to use your debit card. Then you got to pay for bags. And then the gas is like $5 a gallon. So whenever I go to California, I just got this anxiety like, man, uh, take me
Right.
back to Texas. And I'm
Right.
from LA, but
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. Yeah, it'll be a minute before I get back to Cali.
Yeah, I get
But
it.
it is what it is.
So on February 10th, the book launch for Bitcoin and the American Dream is going to
Mm,
be coming out. It's the book that was written by Lamar and Najah. I'm not Najah, Lamar and Charlene,
right,
and Jimmy Song. You
right.
gonna be there for that one, or
You said it's in
it's
LA?
in DC?
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I'll definitely be there for that one. I
Yeah,
didn't realize it was here.
yeah. Make sure you check that. I'll be there. Um, I think there. So Senator Lummis out of Wyoming, she's the one who signed off on it, and so she'll be there. I know her daughter helped make the book, and so there'll
Okay.
probably be a whole bunch of like White House staffers there. So I feel like the networking is going to be crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was just like, look, the network going to be crazy. Let me hop in there because I'm a CPA, and you know,
Yeah,
any if I start being on TV with all the politicians and stuff like that, and all I'm doing is talking taxes and
right.
crypto, by all means.
Exactly, man. I mean, you're needed in this space, man. You have a different skill set where a lot of people didn't understand where things were going, and you had that foresight, like I mentioned, to kind of jump out there and kind of understand. I'm like, all right, I know where crypto is. I know that, I know taxes, but I also know that all this stuff is going to come with the crypto as well. So being able to, tie the two together is like you got your niche, man. So it's like you're above the game, and yeah, I can definitely see you being like one of the front runners of this space, especially in like crypto taxes and stuff like that. So
Man,
de-
appreciate it.
definitely, bro.
How that came together was crazy. So I quit my job in 2016. That's when I started growing my hair in 2016. And
Hmm.
I was just studying for the CPA exam. So my money that I had saved up every year just went lower and lower. And look, bro, I wound up getting my license June 2020, but February that 2020, I had like $7 in my account. My car was broke down. I
Yeah.
was going through the full struggle. And then December 2020 came around and the Bitcoin I had accumulated started skyrocketing. And I was like, oh,
Right.
it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew, that was a journey. I don't like thinking about it because it made my heart beat. couldn't
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah,
go.
man.
You try to go grocery store shop and you like your card's been declined.
Like, let me go
Oh,
ahead and put those back.
I'm only gonna get one water bottle. Can't get
Yeah,
two.
exactly.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So I believe you're also a public speaker, man. What type of events that you got coming up?
Yeah. All right. So I got a bunch going on. So next week I'm speaking to 11th and 12th graders about cybersecurity and cryptocurrency. So I'm a speaker and educator and mentor with NEPRIS, NEPRIS, and they pretty much match educators, speakers with a lot of different students to teach them about various topics. Spoke to a lot of kids about Microsoft certifications, getting into Microsoft Word and Excel and things of that sort. And now I'm doing a cybersecurity and cryptocurrency class next week. I have a blockchain event, which is usually down in Miami. It's going to be in Fort Lauderdale this year with the Tech Expo. Tech Super Show. It's an IT Expo Tech Super Show. Long name, but it's been around. It's been around for like 30 years or something. So they've been around doing a lot of different things in the space, and they have like multiple expos going on at the same time. So there's like an IoT Expo, a blockchain Expo, Canatech Expo, and all types of stuff going on all at the same time. So I had an opportunity to speak there last year, and they invited me back this year. So which was supposed to be like this week or next week,
Mhm.
but they pushed everything. They're trying to be real responsible about COVID and things of that sort. So they pushed it back down to June. So looking forward to speaking down there this June as well. So yeah, there's a lot of different events and various podcasts and things coming out. So just make sure if you're following me on like Instagram, I usually post a lot of those things there as well.
Okay. And where can they find you on Instagram, social media, website? Where can everybody find you at?
All right. So the easiest place is to find it is fredbrandon.info. That is my website. I have all of my everything is there. You know, Instagram, Facebook. Well, not Facebook. All the other ones besides Facebook.
You
but
don't like Meta, man?
Instagram.
Why are you discriminating on Meta?
I'm just saying, man. It's what it is. But my handle is IMF Brandon. IMF like the bank. IMF Brandon. Everywhere. So you can go and find that Instagram, Twitter, New Network, you name it. I'm IMF Brandon everywhere.
Okay. Oh, that's what that was for. I thought that was a play on Apple. You know how they got the I and they got the two, the words afterwards.
Yeah,
I thought that was the play on it.
And look, everybody always says that too, because I'm like, you know, I'm F Brandon, so my first name is F, right? So I could play, it could be like play on words all the way around. So yeah, everyone's like, hey, I thought that meant something different. I'm like, yeah, because I usually only go by my last name anyway, so it is what it is. So yeah, play on words.
Yeah, cool, cool. All right, man. So if there was anything that you wanted to tell the people, what would that be?
All right, so I know what the normal answer is, but my answer is going to be a little bit different. Understand this space. It's all about education. You know, there are going to be a lot of different things that is going to come across your screen, come across your phone, and all types of things. You know, people jumping in DMs, all those type of things. Please do your own research. Everything is about education, whether it is about the blockchain space, whether it's about NFTs or Bitcoin or any of these type of things that we have going on. Everything starts with education. So whether you are, doing things on your own, studying things on your own, going to there's so many different courses that's available on, out here in the, some like Coursera or Udemy or any of those type of places that may have some blockchain courses, anything. So just make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you vet some of these places. If you're going to certain people, or if you're going on Clubhouse, make sure you go to places like Black Bitcoin Billionaire, where they have a lot of different rooms throughout the week that helps you get into the space in a great way, because it helps you. It's not only teaching you like constantly every day. You might hear the same thing 2 or 3 times at least. I'm gonna just put it nice.
Oh, yeah.
You might hear the same thing 3 times, but it's that type of repetition that's going to be able to you're going to have that that ability to keep it in the first forefront of your brain, right? Yeah. So if I know that I've heard this in the Genesis blog and say, okay, make sure you have your keys, make sure you have your keys, make sure you have your keys. I'm not going to go to a platform and ask the first question I'm asking, like, so can I get my private keys? Oh no, we hold all those. I'm like, yeah, nah, player. It's time for me to go. Yeah. Because I've heard you say it 1,000 times. Make sure you have your private keys. So education, in everything you do.
Yeah, for sure. Like Isaiah says, no keys, no cheese. Yeah, right. I think I use that more than he does. Like I say it almost all the time. But I'm sure he's got the copyright, so I know he's got the clothing line with it. I know I've supported it, so no keys, no cheese.
Definitely,
for sure, man. Well, look, I appreciate you for coming on. Good luck with your book. Good luck with your speaking events. Good luck with your 501c3. You got a whole lot going for you, man.
So, yeah, hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah. It's 2022. Definitely gonna make some changes in our community.
Yeah, 21-year-old Fred Brandon coming hard, real strong in 2022, man.
Oh, bro, yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, man, you get forged by the blip, man, because that blip has made people you either you got made or you got broken, right?
Yeah.
So you have to understand that as long as you have that ability to grow from everything that's been happening through the last 2 years or 3 years or whatever, you've been able to use anything that's been negative and turn it into a positive. So make sure that whatever you do and see and experience, You either use it as a, as a lesson and a stepping stone. I always say that that same stone could be something that you trip over, or you can use it to propel yourself off of. So however you do that, just use it that way, and you just keep growing and building.
There you go, man. Wise words from Mr. Fred Brandon, man. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you coming to the tour. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep. I'll be out there and I'll be in the DC. And then I don't know if you're going to the skiing trip, but I'll be there for that.
Yeah, that's a whole story.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, y'all enjoy.
Yeah,
I'm retired. I am retired from skiing, and that's all I got to say about it.
Oh man, look, tell the people what happened while you done skiing.
Hey, bro, like I said, I am retired, and it's all good. But y'all go enjoy.
We'll do, man. I'll be snowboarding, so I'll definitely have fun with that one.
Yeah. It's interesting, but I'll definitely tell you that story about that, man.
Most definitely. CJ the Smart Guy, Fred Brandon, we're out. Deuce.